Welcome to another scintillating show on Rising Above Shadows of Abuse. Rasa. I'm your host, Grace Ovba. Today I have the adorable and compassionate Lisa Marie Anzaldua. What are your last words of encouragement?
I want to say that when we are in a dynamic that we feel powerless in, I invite you to map out potentials. So if you're stuck between two choices, let's say, I invite you to consider each of those choices by mapping it out. How will this unfold? How is this likely to unfold? If I make a decision right here, right now, decision A or decision B, let's say decision A, let's take that first. Let's say I make decision A right here, right now. What is the projected trajectory of that? And map it out, and then ask yourself along the way, when you come up against a challenge and a hurdle, you ask, what within me, what resource can I pull from within or outside of me that will help me overcome this challenge? And then you go to the next one. And let's say you're mapping it out and you come up with a belief like, well, what's going to happen is that my children are going to be unhappy because they're not going to be with their father. Is that actually true? Are there ways in which you can be what they need, communicate with them in a way that actually wouldn't impact them negatively? Or are there circumstances whereby you've witnessed or can look online and see, actually it's been a benefit to them to not be in a home where there's this much chaos or whatever it may be? Anyway, so you start challenging the perceived roadblocks and the actual roadblocks. You start getting out ahead of them, planning for them. So do that in both directions. Point being that when you do that, you're not stuck. You realize that you're not stuck. You realize you have choices. And so it just starts to allow you to see opportunities where you otherwise wouldn't. And you don't feel disempowered. And then for those who are experiencing, like a dark night of the soul, where you feel there's no meaning to your experience, you're afraid, your things aren't going the way you had hoped or wanted, and you're just kind of in that dark, deeper energy, right? Just know that that's where the greatest light comes from those places. Just be there, be with it. Know that it's going to pass. You aren't alone. Everyone experiences it. And from that, so much light is going to come, and clarity. And so I suppose that would be it. And to work toward recognize you are in essence an emanation of source. You're supposed to be love. You're supposed to experience love and receive and get into harmony with giving and receiving, which is a universal law.
Thank you so much for this, and thank you so much for coming on the show. It has an amazing time here with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it very much.
So, listeners and viewers, you heard Lisa Marie. She says, fine-tune your thought processes. You have choices. Make decisions that are favorable to you. Self-love is essential. I hope you've all learned a thing or two on today's show. What do you think, listeners and viewers? Please leave your comments via email address risingaboveshadowsofabuse@gmail.com. Take care, be safe, and be positive. Bye for now.